Hello friends, I'm John Laspina, the Carnivore teacher, back again breaking down a Franken food for you. This particular food I'm about to show you, I enjoyed a lot when I ate the standard American diet from childhood all the way up until over 5 years ago. Okay, I bought these at the store. I didn't really read the ingredients. I didn't read the nutritional information. I didn't think. That's the thing. When we are not thinking about what we put in our mouth, we don't usually look at what is in the ingredients. Maybe we looked at calories and fat. That's what we were told to look at. Low fat and make sure your calories were low. Well, now, needless to say, I look at everything through a different lens, a very different lens as a carnivore. So let's break down Pop-Tarts. And my favorite used to be frosted brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tarts. All right, let's look at the nutritional information. Again, calories are the largest bold-faced font. 400 calories for serving size of 2 Pop-Tarts. 13 total grams of fat, 4.5 grams of saturated fat, 0 trans fat, 5 polyunsaturated, and 3 grams of monounsaturated fats. 0 grams of cholesterol, so it must be good. 340 milligrams of sodium, and you're ready for this, 68 grams of total carbohydrates. Mind blown. 1 gram of dietary fiber, 30 total grams of sugar, and 29 grams of added sugar. And then, of course, 4 grams of protein and 0 grams of vitamin D, 1.5 grams of iron, 4% thiamine, and 10% niacin. And they kind of brag there on the right, as you can see, the percentage of the RDA. So you're getting your B vitamins, lots of healthy B vitamins if you eat your Pop-Tarts. All right, so let's look at the ingredients here now. Here we go, guys. You ready? First, before I go through this is called Franken Food. This is a ultra highly processed food-like product. This is not food. Pop-Tarts don't grow on trees. Pop-Tarts don't grow on the field eating grass. This is a man-made food-like product that basically hits the bliss point. It's sweet. It's creamy, it's salty. It makes all the little bells and whistles in your brain go off. That's why I used to love it, right? So first thing is enriched flour, which is wheat flour with, what's it enriched with? B vitamins, niacin, reduced iron, B1, which is thiamine mononitrate, vitamin B2, a riboflavin. They think that you think that that's like the selling point. That's the most important thing. If I eat Pop-Tarts, I'm going to get a lot of B vitamins. And B vitamins are important. Yeah. Notice they had to enrich it. They had to add it because it's void of B vitamins. Then, of course, and I'm impressed that they put this in boldface, sugar, soybean, and palm oil. These are pressed with high heat, cleaned with hexane. They are degummed, deodorized. These are extracted from seeds, and this is highly toxic oils. Then we have, and it says with TBHQ for freshness. So they added a chemical to our chemical factory to keep it fresh. Corn syrup, which is sugar, dextrose, which is sugar, high fructose corn syrup, which is sugar, bleached wheat flour. I mean, God forbid they put in whole wheat flour, right? To make it 0.001% better. It's bleached wheat flour. Flour is genetically modified from the wheat. It's bleached, which strips out all the other nutrition that might be in there. So it's basically just carbohydrates. And what does carbohydrate do? As soon as the amylase enzyme in your saliva touches it, it breaks it down into sugar. So there's sugar, there's corn syrup, there's dextrose, there's high fructose corn syrup, and then there's flour. That's sugar, 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 sugar. Do you see that? Okay, contains 2% or less. Well, that sounds like a really low number. So maybe if these things are bad, it's not that bad because it's only, less than 2%. Molasses, sugar, salt, leavening. So to leaven it, they use baking soda, sodium acid, pyrophosphate, monocalcium phosphate, cinnamon. Okay, that occurs naturally. You know what cinnamon is? It's a delicious spice, very high in oxalate. So grain has oxalate. Cinnamon is very high in oxalate. Wheat starch, so there's some more carbohydrates for you because you didn't get enough, Gelatin, okay, that's actually good. Yeah, real gelatin comes from bones, in animal bones, right? Caramel color. Let's add some artificial color to give it a little, make it look different. And then soy lecithin. There's that ingredient again. So there's soy, which is inflammatory. So from the first ingredient to the last ingredient, I think I saw salt, which was good, and maybe gelatin, which is okay, right? And the added B vitamins. Everything else is carbohydrates and sugar. And then, of course, in boldface, so they don't get sued, it contains wheat and soy. And, you don't want to have anaphylaxis if you have those allergies. So, ladies and gentlemen, please use your brains. It says delicious brown sugar cinnamon flavor in every bite. And now look at this picture. Look at the blue in the background. I don't know if you're aware of the red, yellow, and blue commercials. They use blue for visual. Visual means blue. They want to draw your attention to something, so they use blue. Yellow is auditory. So if they're saying something in a commercial, they'll show yellow to make you, it helps you focus on the auditory. And then red is action. So if they show people running and exercising, they'll flash red on the screen. Notice this is blue. They want you to stare at it. It's visual. Look at that delicious cinnamon frosting. Look at the inside where the bite is. Oh, that looks so creamy and delicious. And you know what? It is. I remember that. I put that in the toaster and drop it down. I would do 2 at a time, and they would pop up at the toaster, and they were so hot. I picked it up, put it on the plate. I'd sit down in the living room, and I would just savor it, and all the bells and whistles went off in my head. It was savory. It was sweet. It was salty. It was creamy. All that sugar fired all my neurons in my brain of addiction. Of course, I don't touch anything like this anymore because the ingredient list is disgusting. Now that I have knowledge is power, folks, and this is horrible. My favorite quote that I now put in a frame, a gigantic frame in my house, says, "Nothing tastes as good as being healthy feels." And that's a fact. And I can't unring that bell. And I can't unlearn a lot of the facts I've learned. So sometimes I do walk through the grocery store and I pick up a box of Pop-Tarts and turn it over, like different flavors, just to fascinate myself at the paragraph, a long paragraph of ingredients that are toxic from top to bottom. When you go in the store, if you're not buying just ground beef or just chicken or just eggs or just ribeyes, whatever it is that has just one ingredient, you've got to pick the package up and read the ingredients and the nutritional information with the knowledge that you have about what is a toxic food. And any foods that contain added sugars and lots of carbohydrates and seed oils are toxic. They won't tell you that it has phytic acid. They won't tell you that it has oxalates. It won't tell you a lot of things because you're not supposed to know that. Be informed, be aware, be woke about your own body and your own nutrition, and your body will thrive and will work like a well-oiled machine. It absolutely will. You're not a machine, though. You're a chemical factory. So don't put toxic chemicals in your chemical factory body. And don't worry about calories. Don't worry about the fat. Just make sure it's the right fat, the animal-based fats. If you want to do avocado oil, olive oil, and coconut oil, those are okay to use and cook with. I don't even use those anymore because they have plant sterols in them. You hear the word sterile, cholesterol. I want my cholesterol in my body to come from animal products, and I want my body to make its own sterols, cholesterol. I don't want plant sterols of any kind in my body because they fight for attention in the body. And I don't want the plant sterols to be making my cholesterol. I want to make my own animal-based cholesterol. It's healthier. It feeds my brain. It makes my bile. It keeps my testosterone up. It's the structure of your myelin sheaths around your spinal cord and all your nerve endings and all the structure of your cells. I want good, healthy cholesterols that come from animal products, not from plant sterols. Anyway, I got a little off topic from the Pop-Tart. So eat beef, lamb, pork, poultry, fish, and eggs cooked in animal fats, and you will thrive beyond your wildest dreams, becoming the optimized version of yourself. Have a wonderful day.